Good morning. Welcome to Tea Time with Tanya. I'm Tanya. How you doing today? Today is Wednesday, March 9th, 2022. It's my birthday, y'all. It's my 56th birthday. Yay! Let's start today off with a blessing, shall we? Dear universe, dear creator, dear spirit guides, please give us a blessing for this Wednesday, March 9th, 2022. A blessing. Oh, look at the grove of trees. We get a blessed idea. An idea manifests endless blessings, but you must act to bring the idea to life. The time is right. Know that the world is full of ideas floating around aimlessly until someone notices and breathes life into them. This is your time to shine. Have faith. Namaste. Let me read this again. A blessed idea. An idea manifests endless blessings, but you must act to bring the idea to life. The time is right. Know that the world is full of ideas floating around aimlessly until someone notices and breathes life into them. This is your time to shine. Have faith. Namaste. And for those of you who would like to know what blessing deck I use the Namaste Blessing and Divination deck by Tony Carmine Salerno. All right, there it is again, the Namaste deck. All right, I have got lots of questions today, so let's jump right in. The first question I have is from Denny. Denny would like to know. Okay, Denny says Wall Street traders are betting that gas will reach $200 a barrel. Will there be any consequences for them wagering on the stock market? Guys, I have been telling you that this is a man-made problem. The prices, the inflation, the price gouging that is occurring now for no reason. Okay? This is what needs to be said. The conflict is centralized between Russia and the Ukraine. But big business has taken it upon themselves to raise the price of everything exponentially. This is to enrich themselves and to cause harm to the normal, everyday human being. Everyone must see this. Everyone has got to see that those who have power and money are using it to cause pain to those of us who need, okay? Understand exactly what's going on. We cannot rose color this. We cannot gloss it over. We have to look the monsters in the face that are planning to harm us. Okay. What our Wall Street traders are betting that gas will reach $200 a barrel. Will there be any consequences for what they're doing, what they are planning to unleash on us? Cards are upside down. Mm. Yes, Denny, there will. Okay, what's going to happen? Okay, all of this is going to cause the whole country to be tired. Okay, to we are going to get sick of what is being done to us. It's going to cause a lot of fighting. However, this is where the tide turns. Once people understand what is being done And just because of greed, power, and control, things will change. The people in the stock market are trying to manipulate reality, okay? They are hedging on how to enrich themselves. The stock market is an artificial snapshot of where we are. It is not an accurate picture of anything. All it is telling us is where the rich people are putting their money. Okay? Because as fast as the stock market can rise, it can fall just that fast. Just like in the 1920s, the stock market crash, people who had unholy wealth were instantly poor, below poor, having absolutely nothing. These are the games that the ultra rich play. Money is an imaginary construct. Everyone must understand this. We give money power. It is nothing on its own. Without us putting any value into it, it is just paper. What money used to be backed by was gold and silver. The United States money has not been backed by gold or silver in a very long time. Hence, why we are in debt, okay? Why we are borrowing money from China, okay? China owns America. And this is what everybody has got to understand. Putin is a pawn. Donald Trump is a pawn. Both of these two could not rub themselves together and cause enough friction to shock themselves. These are not intelligent people. These are useful idiots. China is masterminding this whole thing. And you have to look at how China runs its own country to understand the peril that we are facing. China has no problem murdering its citizens. China has no problem enslaving people because of their religion. This should give everybody pause. And I'm going to give this the importance that it needs to have. We have got to understand all of this stuff that's going around is distractive. Okay, whether gas reaches $200 a barrel, or it is going to, because they can, and we have got to understand that they are going to continue to do this to us until we stop them, until we rise above the reactionary place of wanting to know, what they're doing instead of working to stop them. We are in this entertainment um, phase of existence to where we're looking at everything as, oh, this is like a comedy of error. This is a bad sitcom. This is orchestrated, and our own the way that we are so easy to forget our own history is how they keep us under control. The television, the internet, what they feed us on a loop keeps our brains in a mushy, uninformed, low vibrating state, which keeps us like little puppies, no, like kittens following a laser pointer. And that is exactly how they are controlling us. Okay? So, Denny, the stock market, that whole thing. Do you have money in the stock market that is can change your life? Okay? That's the first question. If you're if nothing about your life is traded on the stock market, then the stock market means nothing. We have got to learn how to disassociate ourselves from noise. The stock market only matters to the people who are playing the stock market. And I use that word playing. The stock market is a giant casino. Okay, let's put it how it is. It is a giant casino. People put money in, hoping that the cherries will line up and they will get money out. It is a game of chance. It is a game of hazard. And what goes up must come down. Okay. My next question, and here's our answer. Yes, there's going to be some types of consequences. But again, that is not going to have any bearing on our everyday life. We we the way that we can control the price of gas is to not buy it. Okay? Pull out your bicycle. Buy that electric scooter. Buy that electric bike. Start taking mass transit. If you want to stop big business, hit them where it hurts. Don't buy their products. If you want to get rid of the Koch brothers, stop buying paper products that have a name brand on it. Okay? Buy the generic brand. Buy the store brand. Stop buying Bounty. Stop buying the big name brands. Those are what is owned by the Koch brothers. The only way that we can get out of this system is to stop giving money to those that wish to hurt us. Okay? And yes, it's going to be hard. It is going to be hard. And Americans are not used to anything being hard. All right? My next question is from Jan. Jan says Dr. Oz is running for governor in New Jersey. Okay. Will Dr. Oz, who is a Trump sycophant, he's been going on the television, uh, talking just like Trump, and he's a so-called doctor. Okay. Will Dr. Oz, and New Jersey is a corrupt state, will Dr. Oz win the governorship of New Jersey? You got to remember who was the last one. Chris frickin' Christie, a despot, a criminal. Will Dr. Oz, Mehmet Oz, win the New Jersey gubernatorial race? Dr. Oz is not going to win the New Jersey gubernatorial race. Let me show you this. There is a lot that will be coming for Dr. Oz. This is the misinformation, okay? The straight up lies that this so called doctor has been saying. Dr. Oz is facing a tower moment. He is in a session of ruin, and he's done it to himself. He is playing to the 0.1%, to the uninformed. He is playing on people's racist emotions, okay, to try to get where he is. Dr. Oz is going to have to relocate. He's going to have to change where he lives or where he works, or he's going to have to change, okay? There's going to be a significant change. His platform, okay, is not this is loss, theft, and abandon. His whole platform is about loss. And this is saying what's going to happen. He is going to lose. He's going to try to put up a defense uh to try to say he didn't say what he has said, and his defense is going to fail. He does not want to face what's coming to him. He's not going to want to debate other people because he won't be able to hold up the lies and conjecture that he has been spreading. He is facing his own internal war. Okay, he wants to wage war again. This is on common sense and decency and people having the right information. Him being in the GOP, This is what is going to occur this year, 2022, in the GOP. Like I said before, the January 6th committee um, should be getting to full swing. We are getting our first convictions for those who entered the Capitol on January 6th. When these people are called traitors, when their patriotism is shown to be anything but patriotism, this is going to cause a giant rip in the fabric of the GOP. This is where truth meets conjecture, and a lot of people are not prepared to mentally um, deal with this. Okay, the truth is coming out, and people are not going to want the truth told to them because it shows them that they are the enemy of the state, not the other way around. I hope I explained that right. My next, but Jan, Dr. Oz is not going to win New Jersey. He's got a hard road ahead of him. My next question, again, is from Denny. And this is an interesting question. Denny would like to know, can garbage in landfills be turned into biofuel? Can garbage in landfills be used, converted into some type of biofuel? Mm, wow. Denny, the question is yes. Yes, it can. I got two yeses on this. However, the first card that comes out is the Ten of Swords. Death. Yes, trash can be turned into something that can be used as fuel. However, the amount of plastic wastes, if burned, will serve to quicken the demise of the planet. The problem is what we burn, what we use, and the fact that it poisons the air, it poisons the water, and the waste runoff causes us and the planet to die. Here's our answer though. Yes. Now, this is one of those hindsights, okay? Because had people managed garbage years ago, we would not have the problems that we have now, okay? The reason that we are in this mess is because we as humans took no precautions, made no plans on what to do with the amount of refuse that we produce. In India, literally, the water is so polluted with plastic trash washing ashore that people literally live on top of trash. Layers and layers, feet of trash in India. The world's garbage. India and parts of Africa. The world's trash just washes onto the shore indiscriminately. Why? Because Europeans and Americans don't care. They throw the garbage into the water, onto barges, throwing it into the ocean. We have to understand what is being done. We cannot be ignorant of what we are allowing big business to do to this planet. Not only to the planet, to space. The moon was hit by debris from rockets that we have sent into space and just left the debris floating around. Old telescopes, old microscopes, old satellites that no longer work. that are damaged, are floating around in space with no power, unmanned, on a collision course with anything in its trajectory. Space junk that we on this planet have put out there. Look in your mind's eye. Look at our Earth in space and look at the amount of garbage that is surrounding it. And then come into the planet and look at our planet and look at the amount of garbage that is on it. We allow our air to be poisoned. We allow our water to be poisoned. We allow our earth to be poisoned. And we sit back and pretend like it's all good. It's just going to regenerate and everything's going to be okay. Or we have people who think like Elon Musk and say, okay, we've destroyed this planet. Let's go find another one to occupy and destroy. Okay, I know I got kind of off. And I'm sorry, but guys, these things must be said. Okay? These things must be said. The reason that we are in the state that we are in is because we have allowed this to happen, eyes wide open, by not holding people in power accountable. What's happening in Russia right now with Vladimir Putin happened before with a man called Adolf Hitler. Okay? Hitler did the same thing. The whole world had the opportunity to stop him, and they did exactly what they are doing now with Putin. Instead of saying, no, this is not going to happen, and putting it down, because it would have only took for somebody to drop a bomb on Moscow to stop this. Okay? That's pretty much what it would have taken for somebody to say, okay, you're blowing up the Ukraine. Now we're going to blow up Moscow. We're going to indiscriminately bomb Russia. It would have only taken one shot because then the gauntlet would have been thrown down. But we did not. And the rest of the world is allowing Putin to invade the Ukraine. Okay? And it's not just Putin, it's Belarus. So it's two countries who are attacking and invading one. And the NATO and the EU are sitting on their hands, allowing this to happen. Look at what is going on. Do not pretend that anybody could stop this war. Anybody could stop it. Would it mean an escalation? Probably. But if they escalated it now, we would know everybody who's involved. There would be absolutely nothing that would be a surprise. But instead, the world is allowing Vladimir Putin to murder Ukrainian people. Okay? See it for what it is. The rest of the world could intervene. Europe could stop this. They have not because they don't want to. So let's not get anything twisted. Please look at what is happening for what it is. Take off the rose-colored glasses that the mainstream media has on. This could be stopped. It could be stopped now. The Europeans, the Poles, the Danes, everyone surrounding the Ukraine is allowing the Ukraine to be bombed. No NATO tanks have rolled through. No NATO airplanes have flown over. They have not even closed off the airspace. over the Ukraine. Ask yourself why. Ask yourself why. Okay. Okay, what were we talking about? We were talking about biofuel. So I know I got off, but here, Denny, yeah, yes, it could have. It could be. It could be turned into biofuel. However, it would only serve to speed up the demise of our own planet. Okay, my next question. Uh, this is also Denny's. Denny would like to know: Is will Pennsylvania eliminate the property tax? It was already passed. However, the powers that be have yet to implement it. Again, votes that the people have voted and said this is what they want. However, individual people say no because we haven't made enough money off of it yet. See what is going on. See what is going on. Will Pennsylvania's property tax be eliminated? Will Pennsylvania's property tax be eliminated? Yes, 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 Jenny. Now, the first card is the Fool inverted. The Fool inverted is folly, mania, ravage, upright. In reverse, it is negligence, absence, distribution, carelessness, apathy, and vanity. Again, this has already, the populace has voted. They want it gone. The government has not honored the populace's wishes. Okay, this is causing hardship for so many people in Pennsylvania, while the government is just watching their money grow. Okay, they are literally just getting rich off of these property taxes that they are taking basically illegally because they can. Because they can. Okay, they are obstructing it. It will come about. However, you will get relief from your property taxes. You know, the money that they are stealing from you. But the only way that it is going to happen is for everyone to, you have to, the squeaky wheel gets the grease. The people have got to start hollering about this and challenging the people who are speaking as to the why it hasn't happened yet and hold their feet to the fire. To get things changed, people have got to be vocal. People have got to stand up, show up, uh, be at city hall meetings in large numbers. The populace has got to show that they are not going to take it anymore. People have got to become involved. Seriously, not just give lip service to and hope someone else shows up. If you want things to change in your neighborhood, you're fighting against the government. You have to show up. Bring your voice and bring your friends. The only way to stop them is to push back against them. This has happened too many times that we have passed items through an election and the government ignore it. They have been trying to turn the United States into an authoritarian country. Every single time we get Republicans in office, they chip away at our freedoms. I mean, so much so that we as Americans walk around thinking that we're so free, when actually we are so oppressed. The only thing we have free is the word, okay? And we have to see this for what it is. Okay, so yes, Denny, eventually the property tax will be eliminated, but not until the people of Pennsylvania fight against the Pennsylvania government to get it enacted. Okay? My next question is from Spirit Beyond the Stars. Spirit would like to know, is Vladimir Putin being poisoned by his female consort, and how? Is Vladimir Putin being poisoned by his female consort? The one that he got out of Russia with his 4 children by her. She's in Switzerland. She is in Switzerland or Norway. And she's been traveling between the two. Yes. Okay. Is Putin being poisoned by a female consort? Oh my God. Okay. Yes. And not just by a female. This, guys, I want to show you. The first card we get is the King of Cups. Okay. This is a good, honest man, fair, business law responsible, creative. This is not Vladimir. This is somebody who is extremely close to him. In front, we get the Emperor. This is Vladimir. This is Putin. And below him, we get the Queen of Swords. This woman, this queen, and this king, who are above and below him, are harming him. Okay? They are, and they are using, oh my goodness, a regimen. They are making sure that they keep him in an altered state. The Two of Pentacles reads, gaiety, recreation, connectedness, news, written messenger, obstacles, agitation, and trouble. These two are keeping Putin in an altered, agitated state. There are secrets about what's happening. They are afraid that if they are found out, that they will be charged with treason, left alone, killed. They're doing this to take away from, to take. They are. This is an inside job. They are trying to take him out. And they are. And this is for money. Okay, for money, for prestige, for opulence, guys. Putin is in danger, and I didn't see this before, but he is in danger, and it's so subtle, okay? But here's our answer: is he being poisoned by a female consort? The final card, we get the Wheel of Fortune, okay? Again, Putin is in his karma. Trump is in his karma. Now, times can change, and these people can wiggle out and avoid things, but we are in a time of change, and we are in a time of exponential change that we are going to be able to see, but unfortunately we will also feel. Okay, so, but yes, Putin is being poisoned. Putin is being poisoned by a man and a woman who are working together. They are, one is a very close aide male, somebody who he trusts implicitly. And the second person is the female consort. And this is not his girlfriend. This is another woman that is close to him, that he trusts. But she has plans for him. My next question is from Danielle. Danielle would like to know, and I would like to know as well. And Tarot, please speak freely. Spirit guides, universe, speak freely through me. What happened in Helsinki between Putin and 45? What happened in Helsinki? between Putin and 45. That's when everything changed. Everything changed. That was when the deal with the devil was made. Taro, tell us what happened in Helsinki. Oh my goodness. All right, guys. Let me tell you the story of what happened in Helsinki between Vladimir Putin and Donald Trump. They were discussing the mutiny. They were discussing this is the United States laying down their weapons. Okay? In Helsinki, Trump promised Vladimir Putin that whatever he did, the United States would not get involved as long as Trump was the president. Okay? Which set up the tower moment that we are in. Vladimir Putin got Trump elected the first time. Vladimir Putin attempted to get Trump elected the second time. Had had the number of people not showed up to vote, Trump would have walked away with a victory, uh, thanks to Russia. Okay? They had a way to make sure, and it was through the Electoral College. The same way he beat Hillary was the same way he was going to try to steal the election from Joe Biden. This was the plan that Vladimir Putin and Trump had been working on. Trump had promised that he would support Putin in all of his endeavors, running around the Middle East, shoring up allies, and that's the word, allies for Putin and Xi Jinping. This is the reason that Trump was having all his buddy buddy pal pal meetings with North Korea. That was the other, he was trying to get the craziest people to be on his side. All that stuff, the real threat. Trump had promised North Korea and Russia that if they made sure that he remained president, that they could do pretty much what they wanted to in their area of the world and not worry about the United States doing anything to stop them. Again, uh, Xi Jinping is the overlord. Putin, the Belarus president, the rest of these guys are all thugs. They are literally gang members, okay, doing the bidding of the big boss, which is Xi Jinping, who is who is going to attempt to take over the world. Everybody has got to see this, and this comes down to Corona. This comes down to the coronavirus. This comes down to the coronavirus. This is all orchestrated. We know that the virus was grown in a lab. We know that the virus was allowed to escape the lab. We know for a fact that China tested coronavirus on its own citizens to see how many people it would wipe out and what amount of time, how fast the virus would spread and how long it would take to peter out. Okay? We have got to see things as they actually are. Everything that has been done is planned, is planned. During our shutdown, when everyone was at home, they were changing structures, internet, connectivity, where people could not see what was going on. They stopped the world so that they could implement their plan, and then they started it back up. This is why we have so many mis ah so much craziness around the coronavirus. Okay. Oh, this is so nuts. This was done to us so that they could attempt to take over the world. This was done by China, okay? And I need everybody to understand, okay? Look at, okay, China, North Korea, Russia. None of them used our Pfizer or Moderna um, vaccines. They all have their own. They've kept it very quiet how coronavirus has affected their populaces. We have to open our eyes to see exactly the enormity of what was done. So the question was, what happened in Helsinki? Plans were made, plans were solidified in Helsinki on how they were going to march across the world and beat everyone into submission. This is done by rich people wanting to control everything. This was the crossroads. This Helsinki was our turning point in history. And we all knew something bad had happened in Helsinki. That's when Putin said, yeah, I got him elected. He said it for the whole world to hear. And that was just the tip of the iceberg. More information about this will come out. Again, the veil has been removed. We will see the treachery that has been heaped upon our heads. And in the end, we will be so tired from this fight. Okay? But what happened in Helsinki was Putin and Trump shook hands on their deal to take over the world. That is exactly what happened. Um, Trump gave America to Vladimir Putin in Helsinki and promised him that he could do whatever he wanted to do as long as he got him reelected. Pure and simple. That's why they spoke without anybody in the room. No transcripts were made. None. And guys, Trump speaks Russian. Trump speaks Russian and Putin speaks English. So there was no need for um, anybody to transcribe anything. They speak very well to each other. Remember, Donald Trump is married to a person who speaks Russian. All right. And I bet Lil Baron speaks Russian too. Bet he does. All right. Next question from Danielle as well. Will America be invaded by a foreign nation? America has never been invaded by a foreign army, except for the one that invaded and took over this land from the natives. Will America be invaded by a foreign nation? Yes. Okay. Will America be invaded by a foreign nation? And this is kind of a karma thing too. America has invaded other nations, other sovereign nations, has flown over and dropped bombs on civilian people. America, the only time that America has been attacked externally was um, the start of World War II when Honolulu was bombed, and 9/11 when New York City was bombed. Well, it wasn't even bombed. When planes were flown into buildings. Okay, will America be invaded by a foreign nation? First card we get is judgment. Okay, that's a yes. America is facing its karma. The last judgment. This is a change of position, renewal, or outcome. A different outcome. In trying to, this is that make America great again. That MAGA. Let's save the world for white children. This is kind of what this is about. It is going to cause death and destruction. Okay? We are going to be visited. The pay the Knight of Cups, arrival, approach, messenger. Um, this is what's coming because we're in karma. For all that we have done, it will be done to us. This is where our strength is going to be tested. We are going to have to fight. We are going to have to fight. It is going to cause us to lose a lot of money because this is what all this is about: money, power, and control. The 1%. And guys, they have been holding meetings about this for a long time. Uh, we have to see what people with money and power are planning for us. And I hate to be a fatalist again, but again, this is something that we have got to see for ourselves. We have got to open our eyes and stop fantasizing and pretending like these people have our best intentions at heart. You see Vladimir Putin bombing children, people shooting at civilians, running to just try to get somewhere safe. None of those people had guns in their hands. They had suitcases and dragging children. We're seeing this. We're hearing those gunshots. European white people shooting at European white people for no reason. Do not fool yourself and think that what exactly is happening in China and in Russia and Ukraine cannot happen right here in the United States. Donald Trump, Ronald Reagan, they have all weakened our country, dumbed down our populace to where we believe fantasy and fallacy. Donald Trump told his followers, don't believe what you see. Don't believe what you hear. Just believe what I tell you. Only I'm telling you the truth. And that little hypnotic thing has seemed to have gone across the whole world. Vladimir Putin is doing the exact same thing to the people in Russia. Don't believe what you see. Don't believe what you hear. Don't look at TikTok and see people getting blown up, thrown into the air, little children getting shot dead, faces blown off. No, don't believe that. Just believe what I tell you to believe. This is where we are. And I know this is different, but this is the message that the universe told me to give to you. Okay? We have got to stop pretending like somebody is going to come and magically sprinkle dust and fix all these man-made problems that man keeps building on top of. We've got to stop romanticizing and pretending that what is happening isn't really real. It's very real. We can see it. We can feel it. Okay? Understand. This didn't happen in a vacuum. This happened over years. We saw this being built brick by brick to the point to where the United States has been so perfectly divided to where the Chinese army could literally walk across. Let's put the Russian army. If Vladimir Putin showed up in Florida, the state of Florida would throw him a parade. This is what has been done to our consciousness. And we have to understand that and see it for what it is so that we are not victim of the propagandistic flow of misinformation, disinformation, deceit. Okay? My next question is from Ogechi O. Ogechi would like to know, is Elaine Chao, Mitch McConnell's wife, a Chinese spy? Is Elaine Chao, Mitch McConnell's wife, a Chinese spy? Is Elaine Chao a Chinese spy? Is Elaine Chao a Chinese spy? We get the maybe. Maybe. She may not be a full-on spy, but she makes money off of her position, off of her marriage, off of what she knows. She has thrown up roadblocks to keep things from being transparent. So, is she a spy? Maybe not altogether a spy, but she is a person who uses her position to enrich herself. She uses her position. She uses her position, her name, and her acquaintances to enrich herself and make rules that are good for her. Next question. This is from Beautiful Girl. Will the Ukraine and Europe pay a price for the racism that they have shown to African, Asian, and Indian people fleeing war? Will the Ukraine and will Europe, just Europe, pay a price for the racism that they are subjecting non-whites to? Yes, first card out. Yes, yes, they will. This is going to because you can't unsee it and you can't unhear what people have said. And what's going to happen is when they need help, when too many of their forces have been murdered or killed and there's a world war and now they need other people to help them fight. And then they're going to look at the Asian, at the brown man, and at the black man and say, help us. And the black and brown and Asian man are going to say, why? You've done nothing but kick us in the face. And unfortunately, that's going to be something that's going to happen. This European war is going to be a European war. They are going to try to invade the Middle East and take over other lands that do not belong to them. This is going to have devastating effects. Okay? Devastating effects. We are at the beginning of a world conflict. This is the facts. This is based on nothing more than power, money, and control. See it for what it is. We cannot romanticize it or gloss over it or pretend that it is something else. These people are intent on changing our world to take away any semblance of a free people. This is authoritarianism. This is the rich people wanting all the marbles to control everything. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. Prepare yourself for the internet going out. Prepare yourself for the lights going out. Prepare yourself for $10 a gallon gas. Prepare yourself for empty shelves. Prepare yourself for your paycheck not being enough to pay your bills. Prepare yourself. You can see the writing on the wall. Do not drop into that fantasy that this is just going to disappear. Prepare yourself. Because this is not just what's happening in our government. It's what's happening in our universe. We are in a cycle of change. We are not going to get to choose. It is going to happen. Again, prepare. Okay? Prepare for what you see coming. That's what I'm telling you. You see the train. It has not stopped. It could have been stopped. The Europeans decided to allow Vladimir Putin to continuously bomb the Ukraine. He's been bombing the Ukraine for 9 days straight. Europe has not sent an airplane up, has not closed off the airspace, is allowing these people to die. Do not get it twisted. Don't say what they could have, should have. Don't say what they are doing, because it would only take 2 or 3 countries and airplanes to fly over there and show force and say, this is not going to happen. But that has not happened. And that is exactly how Hitler got the power that he got. Because when he started his garbage, when they had the opportunity to stop him, they popped him on the hand and said, oh, we think he'll learn his lesson from this. And he went on to cause the greatest calamity in our world history. Okay? We've been here before. We have been in this exact place before. And we are doing the exact same thing we did then. We are not stopping. One guy, we are not stopping him. We are allowing him to cause trouble. Why? Because it's a plan. Don't fall for it. Okay. My last question. Will Saudi Arabia attack parts of Africa? Will Saudi Arabia attack parts of Africa? Okay, again, who did not fight in World War II? Okay, who did not, but who got colonized. All right. Will Saudi Arabia attack parts of Africa? Yep. Yes, they will. Same exact cards for about the Ukraine. Okay. Yes, parts of Africa will be attacked by the Saudi Arabia because they can. A show of force, a hostile takeover, more enslavement. Same thing they did with the uh, with the Roman conquest. Uh, Government and religion come in here, think like us, believe like us, talk like us, or we'll kill you. All right, this has been a really hard reading. I am so sorry because it's so well, it's so real. Okay. This is not about being afraid. We cannot live by fear, but we can also not live in ignorance. We cannot pretend that what we are seeing and hearing is not what is actually happening. We cannot pretend that the MAGA crowd, um, that this Let's Go Brandon is a flash in the pan. We cannot pretend that we are not in a very dangerous and trying time. We can no longer pretend. We have got to, number one, see, speak, and understand the truth. We've got to shake the cobwebs from our eyes and think with clear minds. We have to see the dangers that are in front of us as the dangers that they are. We've got to understand that our government is full of liars, that the right wing and the left wing are two sides of the same bird. Yes, sometimes some things are good, sometimes some things are bad, but it's the same bird. The same bird that has been running this country since its inception. We have got to understand that those words, left wing and right wing, are nothing more than dividers. Okay? We use those words to separate ourselves, to say this is what I am or this is what I'm not. Those words are used to keep us separate. The ideologies are used to keep us separate, to keep us from speaking to each other, from sharing our ideas, from understanding. We have to see how we have been manipulated, how we are continuously manipulated. I love you guys. I know this was a little strange, but these words had to be said. We have to see what is happening in the realest sense of the word. Disassociate yourself from things that don't concern you, that do not, that you are not a part of. Use your energy wisely. Send it to those fighters who are just trying to stay alive. We have to we have to see exactly what's going on with no fluff and no filler. Put the lies down, put the excuses down, and say what is as it is. No fluff, no lies, no conjecture. Call a spade a spade. Call war war. Call murder murder. And for God's sake, call lies lies. Because until we stop making excuses for people who lie to us about everything, we can't move forward. when we don't know what's real and what's not. Okay, that's our discernment. That's us. That's why the television's got to get turned off. They're programming you. They're telling you what to believe. That's why Putin won't let nobody have, you can't say certain words. Don't, you can't watch this. Don't talk about what anybody else is saying about what's going on, because he wants to keep his people in the dark, ignorant, watching what the programming that he wants them. That is the same thing that is going on in the United States. I'm going to get off of this. Dog went crazy. Okay, I'm going to get off of this now. Disconnect from fear. Disconnect from misinformation. Turn off the television. Turn it off. I love you. I love you. I love you. Have a fantastic Wednesday. Please drop your questions in the comment section for Friday's live show. Let's talk about the hard stuff, guys. Let's talk about the hard stuff. It's time to stop playing footsie with the truth and to get prepared for the next level, because it's about to get really real and it's about to get really nasty right here in our own country. Be prepared. I love you guys. Happy Wednesday. Bye bye.